All right guys, Brian Brown here with Realtree, going over some hunting boots today. So there's a couple different things that you want to take into consideration when you're choosing a really good hunting boot. Like, are you going to be hiking? Are you going to be in super wet conditions? You got to consider the temperatures that you're going to be hunting in. So real quick, I want to go over a couple different options that Sportsman's Guide has to offer. All right, so one option we have right here from MUCK Boots. This is a Sportsman's Guide exclusive. Everybody's heard of MUCK Boots. Really good company, really good brand. They make a really good boot. So this is the Pathfinder XF. So this is a 15-inch boot. You can see it comes in the Realtree APX pattern. This boot's gonna keep you really warm in most conditions, but this is what I'm gonna opt for if I'm crossing a creek or if I'm in really nasty wet conditions. You got a 5mm neoprene insulation, so it's, like I said, it's gonna keep you warm in most conditions. Really good grip, really good sole. This is gonna be an option that you might wanna choose if you're hunting in the south, if you're crossing a bunch of creeks, like I said, really nasty conditions. If you want to consider keeping your scent to a minimum, this is a boot that you might want to try. So you got reinforced toe, you got reinforced heel, so that's going to keep this thing from sliding really bad on your foot. You've got an adjustment right here so you can kind of cinch it tight on the top of your calf. Just a really good quality boot. It's going to be durable. It's not going to rip. It's not going to have a bunch of holes. You're not going to get a bunch of leaks with these. Just a really good boot option. So our next option that we might want to consider, this is another Sportsman's Guide exclusive. This is the Rocky Lynx 8-inch GORE-TEX waterproof hunting boot. So this is going to be a boot that I'm going to consider if I'm walking long distances, if I'm going out west, if I'm going elk hunting. This is a waterproof boot, so it's going to keep you really dry in dew conditions. You know, if you're going through a lot of mud, this is going to be an option to consider. Again, really aggressive tread on the bottom, so it's going to keep you stable in rocky conditions and muddy conditions. You can see it's got the Realtree APX pattern, and Rocky Boots obviously is a brand that's been around for forever. They're a really trusted brand. You know you're going to get really quality products from them. So this is another great option to consider when you're choosing your hunting boots. So to check out these two boot options or any other boot options that you might want to consider, go to sportsmansguide.com.